Alrighty. Good afternoon. So this is big. So what I'm doing right now, happy midterms week. If you guys are in midterms right now, I feel you. I only have one more midterm to do, which is basically like a call and response type of paper, which I'm halfway done with it. But it was supposed to do today. But we are extending it because my teacher had an emergency. She's fine. Her dog hopefully is fine. She had to take one of her dogs to emergency because she was going through something with her little doggy. So hopefully her baby's okay. Her fur baby's okay. Trust me. I've been in that situation before and it's no fun. But overall, I'm doing pretty good on all my other classes. I didn't have a midterm for LGBT studies, but we're doing like a big kind of ballroom presentation on Thursday. So I will get glammed up and do my hair and all of that, which I will probably do a get ready with me video, possibly. But that's exciting because we are like, it's going to be lots and lots of fun. And for my 200 level class, even though technically I needed a 300 level class, no one told me I needed a 300 level class and I could have took 300 this semester, which it's quite funny. Quite funny, if I do say so myself. But next semester is going to be kind of chaotic. And that's why I was so stressed out this week. I couldn't sleep all this week because of what's happening next semester. But I'm doing another, it's just, I'll explain that later, but I got everything situated because my minor was giving me a lot of trouble this week. And, yeah, it was giving me quite a bit of trouble this week. So make sure the cueing. So basically, what I'm doing right now is working on my music, my markings, the cueings. But this is from an opera, Little Naughty Marionette, from Victor Herbert. It's like from the 1920s or like early 1900s, give or take. And it's like an obscure opera. So 2 weeks ago, I did Brahms. So it was a physical copy of whatever work you're doing with the cueing. Now, this doesn't really have a lot of cueing. It does have some dynamics here and there. Towards the middle, but it's nothing that extreme because this is the soprano and then the big orchestra around her. So it's pretty interesting. It kind of sounds like Puccini to me, like one of Puccini's, not I'm Mimi, the other one, the one that the other girl sings in the street market, if you know what I mean. But overall, it's like cueing, and I'm like, Miss Ma'am, in my head, this is like 15 cents a page altogether. But we did the Dvorak last week, and also Brahms. I did Brahms. I took out 2 copies, which was like 70 cents, which is fine. But 12 pages of the Dvorak, even though technically it's only the first like several movements. And I'm like, that's why I like conducting voice parts instead of conducting actual pieces of music that have that have no voice in it because it's easier. I can literally just follow the soprano or follow whatever voice part it is. And he's like, I like this one, conduct this one. So I'm conducting this one, and hopefully I can do it in class this week. I'll let you guys know. Thursday is going to be interesting because Thursday I have a big ball. Like, I'm going to be all glammed up. And I will do a get ready with me. I'm going to wear contacts and do my hair. And, you know, I'm going to take out the beach waiver and actually use it for the first time, which I'm very, very happy about. I'm going to wake up really, really early. Yeah, I'm going to wake up pretty early to figure it out. So, but this semester is going great. Next semester is going great. I finally figured out what I have to take. And I'm doing an independent study with one of my favorite teachers. And we might do fruit baskets. Talk about fruit basket, but we'll talk about that later. But overall, it's been a tiring week. It's been a very, very tiring week. I couldn't sleep all this week because of what was going on with my minor, and it was just a lot of stressful situation. This week has been very stressful, but I'm a lot better. Anxiety driven. I had like several panic attacks this week alone, and I'm like, Miss Ma'am, for one little class that is complicated and it doesn't fit in my schedule, but this and this and this and this and this, but he's not cute. But mental health matters. I want you guys to know mental health matters. Your mental health matters. Yes, school is very important, and yes, I want the STEM degree, but I'm not gonna break my back. You know, it feels like sometimes I have to break my back to get it. So, that's what's going on. It's been a week, and I haven't seen you guys, and I miss you guys, and I love, like, keeping you posted on what's going on, but it's been a very, very chaotic week, and we're going on week 10, and supposedly, there's going to be a strike, allegedly, for all Cal States, all of them. Allegedly, that's what's going to happen next week. Allegedly. And I'm like, Miss Ma'am, my grades. Miss Ma'am, I'm in my senior year. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I mean that wholeheartedly. I will cross that bridge. I'm going to add something more to this because there's so much more I need to add to this. But, yeah. So basically, it's literally just going like this. Just going like this. Complex for this. But I'm doing pretty good in this class. I'm also going to talk about why I have really bad anxiety when it comes. I probably will, probably not, depending on how I feel. I do love conducting and I love music, but it's getting better. It's getting better being in this class. You know, I just have to tell myself that I know so much more than I did back in my El Camino days. But it has gotten better. I think the whole anxiety attack and all of that was the fear of unknown. Next semester, because I'm a senior, and also BS that's going on this semester. But I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it because this is technically my last music class for a while. Because next semester I have a bunch of classes that are general ed that are upper division. But I am still going to be talking about my paper, we'll talk about that later. That has to deal with music, but actual physical music classes, I don't have any. It's kind of bittersweet to tell you the truth, because and then obviously for my master's, I'm gonna hold a whole nother degree in theater, and that's bittersweet, and I'm working on that. So I think now I can actually breathe and work on my whatever I need to work on for next semester, and also finally getting my work in and all of that. All of that. Next semester, and actually work on my 2 things that I need to do to get prepared for my master's for theater. I have my 2, even though they're like less than a minute long each, I gotta start working on them, getting the lab work in this week. It's been very, very crazy. These last several weeks has been very kind of weird, and like adding my minor like last minute, like a couple weeks ago, and then also stressing out because of that one class for like the last 3 weeks, but now I got it fixed. So for 4 weeks I've been having this heaviness because of that one class that conflicts with everything that I have. And also me not doing acting 2 next semester because I can't, unfortunately. But yeah, but fixing everything. It's so much better. This week it's a new week, and I'm not so stressed out, and I'm not so anxiety driven. I'm doing great in Dylan's class. I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing well in all my other classes, so I really can't really complain in there. And then if the strike allegedly comes, I'll figure something out, because obviously they're not gonna fail me. Oh God. So I guess I'll talk about the strike later on this week, because supposedly we'll know by Thursday, give or take, or this week. They're meeting. They're meeting and they're striking for livable wages for Adjon, because a bunch of professors are, let me break it down what I have heard through a grapevine. They're meeting, I'm not meeting, I'm just a student. But they are technically, Hollywood already went on strike, the SAG strong. That's why I haven't been talking about my shows that I've been rewatching, because I cannot. But the Actors Guild is on strike. The writers, they got their deals. But they're striking. But basically the head of the chairman on all of them basically is worth like over $1 billion with a B of the universities. Not the president, the chairman is worth over $1 billion with a B. I said that twice. And basically a bunch of adjuncts, like with actual degrees, I'm talking about PhDs, are living on food stamps and can't actually they're paid less than minimum wage. And they're fighting for hours, and they're fighting for classes, which I find that very hilarious and very strange. Not in a ha-ha, look at you, but I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Food stamps and like in the low poverty line, and you have a fucking degree, a master's and a PhD. Some of them have both. Some of them just have a master's, some of them have PhDs. I'm like, Miss Ma'am, why are y'all doing this college life? And these are teachers. Like, these are some amazing teachers that I have met. But, you know, there's some obviously practices and shady practices. There's politics and everything that goes along with it. But supposedly we'll know by, it's gonna affect us by, I think, if it's not this week, it's next week. That they're going to do a vote this week, and then if they can't come to an agreement of higher wages for teachers, for Adjon, and like insurance and all of that, they're fighting for insurance, livable wages, better hours, better work comp, like things like that, then they're going on strike. At least that's what I have heard. And I'm like, okay, Miss Ma'am. Which I'm not stressing about that, but I'm like, okay, Miss Ma'am, I better get good grades then, or I better get a fucking LAs in all my classes, because Miss Ma'am, it is literally no one can teach. If they go on strike, no one can teach at Cal State. All the Cal States. It's affecting all the Cal States. So I'll keep you guys posted, and I promise you guys I won't let you. I miss you guys. I miss vlogging. Vlogging is a sense of therapy for me. Even if 1 or 2 people watch, it is a blessing in disguise, because I love vlogging and I miss vlogging so much. It's been 10 days, give or take, since I haven't posted anything, and that's a long time, even for me. But it's finally, everything is better, thank God. Work-wise, school-wise, which is great. And next semester is going to be pretty stressful, but I'm managing it, because it's not, like, I'm figuring it out, and I'm working through it. So I'm gonna just touch on this a little bit longer off camera. And yeah, but everything else is going well. I hope you guys are doing well. And may the Lord bless you today, tomorrow, always. And I'll be seeing you.